Hey MMA fans, it's Cgaed Minds, your host Micah Frankel. This is part 2 of our interview with Cassie Rodish. We had some technical difficulties. We're going to pick up where we left off. Go back to that last question. It was, I had said, if you had to describe your style of fighting in a smaller box than just being a mixed martial artist, and you had started off talking about your Muay Thai background. Can you continue on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, I started off in a Muay Thai gym, so I did a lot of fights doing that. I've always been really comfortable with just going in there and blasting it out. Muay Thai style, clinches, knees. I love that kind of stuff, but I kind of realized my first 2 fights that doesn't always make you an MMA fighter. So the last 2 years, I have dedicated so much time to my cage work, my jiu-jitsu. I've done a ton of tournaments, been really successful in those, so I really feel like my ground game has come up to level as my Muay Thai, which is wonderful, the whole MMA.
To hear that you said you were struggling with your grappling, first thing I saw when I looked at your page on ShareDog was Iowa, and I figured, you must have some wrestling background. I just kind of figured on that one. Was I totally wrong?
I never competed in any wrestling, but I have a team full of wrestlers, a team full of people who have been wrestling since they're 4 years old. So I have never myself been in a wrestling competition, but, they're Iowans. They're awesome wrestlers. That's everything they fall back on. So I get a lot of that. I get to see some crazy things thrown at me. I get to get into situations with high level wrestlers that maybe other people aren't going to see.
Alright, so I figured there was some wrestling somewhere around the camp being in Iowa.
There's a lot of wrestling.
So I like fighters that can be honest with themselves. Honestly speaking, can you say what your biggest strength and your biggest weakness that you have to work on is yet still in the cage?
I think that my strength is still going to be my stand-up. I kick like a donkey, so I know that I have a lot of power in my hands. Things I need to work on would probably be just being dominant with my takedowns. Sometimes I got great defense on takedowns, and I work a lot of cage work, so I just think you're always evolving, so my wrestling could use a little bit more. I would love to get more into judo as well. We do that like once a week. So if I could, watching Ronda Rousey and being a huge fan of hers, there's always something that we can implement. We're always going to be able to get better.
So you're going to be out there looking to take an arm?
I'll take whatever she has sticking out. It doesn't matter what it is. I'll take it.
So what can the fans expect from your fight?
Fireworks, for sure. I'm going to come out hard and fast and swinging, and I just, am a super aggressive fighter nowadays. I'm not interested in patty kicking around with her. I don't want to give her any chance to exploit her length on me, or, if she knows anything about me. I mean, I'm coming out, I'm swinging hard, and I'm going to take the fight to her. So I hope she's ready.
We all look forward to that fight. Now to change topics a little bit. Tonight, we all know it's the Jon Jones-Rashed Evans fight. So I wanted to ask you what your thought is on the potential of teammates fighting each other when being the best in the world, being number 1 overall, would come in the middle of of teammates. What do you think about teammates fighting when it's that high of a level or a prize on the line?
Well, gosh, it's such a crappy situation. I've been watching some of the interviews, and I really feel bad for Rashed, just because I can see the hurt in him. He really feels disappointed. He feels let down. But on the same note, I live in Iowa, and there's not a lot of gyms out here. There's not a lot of fighters out here. So I know personally a lot of my really good friends who have all fought each other. They've all trained with each other, and you can be best friends with somebody and then have to go out there and, put your name on the line. And it stinks. It's not necessarily any fun to go out there, but they haven't been training for a couple years. So I think the thing with Rashed and Jon Jones is just, it just hurt feelings more than anything. They both can bring plenty to the table that neither one of them has seen, and they can put on a great show. I just think theirs is more emotional fight than anything. But my take on it truly is sometimes you have to fight people that you know. And that's, especially women. There's not very many of us in the pool. So when we do these things, like I was looking at my pictures from our last year, we had the G2 Fight Summit. And there's like 4 girls that I'm standing by that all potentially have a chance to fight. And that's just the name of the game. It's 15 minutes. They'll put in the emotion in it and go do what you need to do.
Spoken like a true fighter and a true business person, and you know, I gotta respect that mentality, because really when it's, you know, that high of a prize, when two teammates would be fighting for the world title, I really think it would be a disservice to each other to not go through with the fight. As far as Rashed Evans and Jon Jones, I wish it wouldn't have became so emotional and so public, because I think it's taking away from really stating that they are the 2 best in this weight class in the world, and it's a huge test for both of them.
I agree. And when you let emotions fight for you, some crazy things can happen. So you gotta check your emotions at the cage door for sure.
Right, staying calm, cool, collected, not going out there swinging all wild. It seems, you know, sometimes the people that are the most wild, it's exciting, it's entertaining, and then they got caught with a clean punch with a good technique in their drops. So it's that balance.
Yeah. Exactly. I can see Jon like really wearing Rashed down, and he seems like he can get frustrated. So the moment that he gets frustrated, Jon's going to feel that in the fight, and he's going to know, you know, that's the time to put him out, put him down, you know, take that win. So you definitely have to check your emotions.
Right. The most interesting point of that fight has to be the reach of Jon Jones versus the speed of Rashed Evans. Is he fast enough to get inside of something like 7.5-inch reach disadvantage, if not more? It'll be a very interesting chess match right there, I believe.
For sure.
But now we want to give you this time, shout out your sponsors, teammates, whoever you want to that are helping you right now. Give you your time to shout that stuff out.
Okay, thank you so much. I have to give the biggest thank you, fall on my knees, hugs and kisses to my head coach, Jared Taylor. He is phenomenal. If you're in Iowa, you know him. He's everything around here. A lot of the bigger cities and stuff haven't heard of him, but he is just a freak of nature. Just absolutely amazing. And he unfortunately is not going to be at my fight, so I also have to give my second biggest thank you to Jessica Philupis, who has decided to corner me for this fight. So that just shows right there how awesome women's MMA is. To going to be an opponent, to having me take her spot, and then stepping in and helping corner me, she's amazing. I appreciate her so much. I want to thank my teammates down at Des Moines Jiu-Jitsu. They grind me and beat me up and push my cardio, and they just really do everything that I need to make sure that I can get in there and be victorious. I have some really, really great sponsors, too, that have been behind me from the beginning. Insanity Wear, which I will be wearing their shorts in the cage, so thank you very much for that, guys. And Cardio Force, which is our energy drink around here. They get me through all my workouts. They've been behind me. They are giving me all these my pep talks and helping me out and doing anything that I need. So thank you guys very, very much. And I love everybody else. Thank you guys, all my fans and my girlfriends who come out to the gym and put me in the crazy situations and do whatever it is, from sparring to ground to today I was dragging tires on a rope behind me. So whatever I need, they've been there for me. So thanks everybody. And my fans, I love you guys. Tune in for the Invicta channel to watch the fights live. We're going to be throwing some bombs.
Thank you for being a guest. We wish you all the luck in putting on a great performance. And again, yes, everyone needs to remember, April 28th, Invicta Fighting Championships. Check out their YouTube channel. It's going to be a free live stream, historical first all-woman MMA event. And don't be late. First fight, Cassie Rodish.
Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. This has been Caged Minds. Uncage the lore within yourself. Have a good night, and thanks for watching.